light year is approximately how long? It's about 9.5, I think, trillion kilometers away. And I found that on page 702. And then, what is a parallax? I think it says.
Parallax?
And it's a slight shifting in the apparent position of a nearby star due to the orbital motion of Earth.
So again, 6 is magnitude, is how big it is, how far. And what's number 7? Okay, so you got to talk real loud because they can't hear you over there.
I can't talk any louder. Which 3 things affect the apparent brightness?
Tell us what the answers mean.
Another name for an interstellar state of matter is known as a nebula. That is a giant ball of gas and dust that makes stars. And a star is said to be born when it reaches 4,000 K. Or 40,000 K, and up to 14. Oh my gosh.
Explosion called a supernova, and all stars, regardless of their size, eventually die.
And did you have pages in your books we can see in your notebooks and stuff too?
Yeah, we wrote them all on
another page. Okay, so we got those down. So I think everybody's had time to write. What do you got? 706, 708, 708. Is that 711?
Yeah.
And 710? Okay, what's next? So assignments 1 through, is that assignments 1 through 6? Is that what you have that written there? Then assignments.
Those are the questions.
Okay. And slide it up just a little bit so I can get the bottom part. Okay.
More.
All right, so go ahead. What's a red giant? Just what's a red giant? What's your next answer's main sequence? What was the question on that one?
What the sun is.
The sun is a main sequence star, which means it's fusing hydrogen into helium. And then you got it, red giant again. What's that question? On there. And hit the zoom button on there if you would. Then we can zoom that in a little bit.
It's the plus.
It'll say zoom plus. Oh, so for question 18, we drew that HR diagram. Okay, and starter number 9.
5,000 light years away from the center of the Milky Way.
And that's how far our sun is from the center. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And then what's the question to galaxy, number 22?
Which object is the largest? The sun, a galaxy, a star, or a planet?
And those are the shapes of galaxies, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And for 24, we got like the electromagnetic radiation, which was gamma rays, X-rays, visible light, and radio waves. 25 was D, electromagnetic
Scoot it up for us so we can see it.
radiation.
And so 25, the question was, gamma rays, X-rays, visible lights are all types of, and it's electromagnetic radiation. Cool. Now, for those of you that want to get a good score, 26, what does it say for us up there? Yeah, there'll be questions about the types of telescopes. And I guess 28, that's going to be for a reflecting telescope. Is that correct? Big mirror to reflect light?
Yes.
And 29. So what was the question for 29? We see the answer there, but what was the question asking us?
What advantage do space telescopes have over telescopes used on Earth?
Okay. And lastly, we have the birth of a star. So what is... Answer, you get the birth of a star when fusion happens, and you get energy and helium. So those are what, all textbook pages?
Yeah.
Do you have another one that has the workbook? You didn't do the workbook pages for us. That's going to be... That would have been helpful to have that. Number 1. What's a gamma ray?
The most dangerous form of radiation.
Okay. And then supernova, what was the question for 32?
Our sun will eventually die as the sun produces energy by fusing hydrogen atoms into helium.
And fusion powers the sun, and we're a spiral galaxy. Okay, thank
Stars, gas, and dust held together by
you.
gravity.
Your answers. 37, go for it, man.
What instruments have scientists used to determine that the planets are closer to us than other stars? D. All of the 3 times the mass of the sun will eventually die as a red giant. Before our sun collapses and dies, it will first expand into a red giant. 40. Most stars are made of what two elements? Hydrogen and helium.
Go back to 38. What was 38? Read the question.
A
38.
star that is 1.5.
Slide it down just a little bit. Oh, there we go. Now we got it.
Determine its course of death. And number 42, black hole is a region so dense nothing can escape, not even light. Number 43 is D, all of the above. The brightness that a star appears on Earth is dependent upon temperature, size, and distance from the Earth. Number 44 is Hegel determines a star's color. And number 45 is visible light is the least dangerous.
So there's where we can find the answers on those pages. And then group 2, what and found for questions 6 through 7. They've got these. And number 8, that was a question that said if two stars are the same brightness, but one of them is much closer to us, which one will be brighter? It'll be the one that's closer to us if they both have the same absolute magnitude.